Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Going to be previewing Game 2 of the Timberwolves and Mavericks series. This is a series I think provides a lot of value. Slammed some Kyrie over his last game. Him and Luka are now seeing single coverage again and drop coverage in the pick and roll with Rudy Gobert oftentimes. Throwing in a little bit of a blitz every once in a while. But I mean, way easier to score in this matchup than the Thunder one. Thunder and Mavs is a battle of who could kick out to open corner threes more. The Mavericks are still sticking with that strategy on defense. And we know we saw Shea and J-Dub get RA boosts. But now this man gets it. 17 potential assist chances for Ant Edwards. And let me tell you why. Obviously, we talk about how on drives they've been collapsing the paint, forcing kickout. Shea was still scoring because he has an insanely elite mid-range fadeaway game, all that type of stuff. He's still able to score a lot. Ant drives the hoop a ton. He's having a tougher time here. But he had 8 assists converted off of the 17 potential. And I encourage you guys to look back and watch the game. I can't do it because of copyright. But when he's about to drive, when he's on the opposite side of the court, the opposite corner is legitimately wide open half the time. Ant threw it literally out of bounds on those opportunities 2 different times. 67 passes made, nuts volume, 5.5 assist line. Seems wild to me. Also had 15 rebound chances. RA valid as well. But yeah, he's getting the Shea treatment, so it looks good. You know who else had a really interesting role? Karl-Anthony Towns. 20 shots taken. Now, a couple were offensive rebounds and things like that. Last second shot there with the shot clock towards the end of the game. But the volume is there. He's getting a PJ Washington matchup, and they're saying, let's stop Ant and basically let anyone else do it. McDaniels took advantage. Time for Cat to take advantage. His three-point made line's at 2.5, but his point line sits at 19.5. Just really like his overs in this matchup. McDaniels obviously going to be open for 3. Knocked him down. Bench situation is really interesting. Kyle Anderson came off, giving him the Ben Simmons treatment. When he plays his minutes, might be a lot like Giddey here. If he's knocking down his shots, he's going to score his points and get a little bit of extended run. If he's not knocking down his shots, he can't be on the floor. Was scoring really well last game. But when he's on the floor, man, they are going to pack that paint. Just an interesting thought. Nickeil Alexander-Walker didn't get as much run as I thought he would in the first game. I think part of this is because of how good Kyle Anderson was. So I might see a slight minutes increase. Couldn't hit a shot to save his life. 1 for 6. His lines might be interesting. Naz Reid got some decent run. He's going to get his open looks, just like we talked about. I don't think it's a Naz Reid series necessarily, but he looked pretty good. And it's at home. Big boost for him at home, as much as most role players, of course. PJ Washington unders were really popular in Game 1. Not sure why. Mike Conley's not guarding him. He's getting open off of a lot of screens. They double Luka. He's the dude that's getting left open. The problem is he's left open at the top of the key above the break. He's a corner 3 guy, but volume was high, and they were wide open shots for the most part. Drop coverage is really interesting with Gafford and Lively. Makes their life harder, but at the same time, they were getting a couple lobs towards that second half there, so I don't really know what to think of it. Conley minutes were low. Older guy coming off that Game 7 with a lot of run. Probably gets some more minutes here, but it's not a Conley series by any means. He can't really guard anyone on the floor. Putting him on Derrick Jones Jr., but he's a lot bigger than him. He cannot guard PJ. So it's a tough spot for him, I think. All in all, lots of really, really interesting angles in this game. Against life is harder, so he's making more passes. Karl-Anthony Towns has to perform to take Game 2 of the series. And Kyrie and Luka are going to have scoring opportunities much more in this series as well. I encourage y'all to watch the Game 2, see if adjustments are made. This is what I saw for Game 1. I feel like the most edge in betting is when you get that Game 1, Game 2 like buffer. So best of luck. If you take any of the picks I talk about, comment below. Discord's got all the picks. Woo! See ya.